things. Number one, what's Trump in trouble over when it comes to Epstein? He's in trouble because he is making it look like, to the MAGA base, he's part of the elite cabal that covers for other members of the elite cabal. And they don't like that. They elected Trump because he promised not to be one of them, but to like bust up them, those groups.
What happens when two titans collide behind closed doors? A secret meeting between 50 Cent and Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago has sparked a political and criminal chess game that could destroy a hip-hop empire. From whispered deals and shocking blacklists to allegations that could change everything tonight. We pull back the curtain on the power plays, betrayals, and dark secrets they don't want you to see. Stay tuned. This isn't just music drama, this is war. Everything began behind closed doors, in a setting that could have been lifted straight from a political thriller. Sources close to the matter revealed that late last month, 50 Cent met privately with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. There was no public agenda, no media presence, just two powerful figures locked in a secretive room with a singular, unspoken objective: to ensure that Sean Diddy Combs remains behind bars. Judging by the current developments, it seems their plan may be succeeding. Once the untouchable king of bad boy records, Diddy now finds himself confined within the concrete walls of Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, denied bail once again. Meanwhile, 50 Cent shares mocking memes and yacht photos, exuding the confidence of a man who believes he has landed the final blow in a rivalry spanning decades.
I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
Yeah, and it's hard, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements.
This meeting was anything but casual. The vibe was icy and calculated. 50 Cent came fully prepared. Word has it, he handed Trump a detailed blacklist, cataloging every insult, jab, and scathing remark Diddy had thrown his way over the years. This was not merely a man airing old grievances. It was a carefully crafted strategy, and it struck a chord. Trump, a president known for his hypersensitivity to criticism and notorious for orchestrating personal vendettas like a maestro, reportedly reacted strongly. One insider described the atmosphere shifting instantly. To be frank, this is the same man who once told a Newsmax camera, "It's more difficult to pardon Diddy because of those old comments like, white men like Trump need to be banished, and the number one priority is to get Trump out of office." Whether Trump ever had intentions to help Combs, 50 Cent may have ensured he never would. For Diddy, the timing could not have been more disastrous. Just weeks before, rumors circulated that Trump was seriously considering a pardon. Momentum was mounting, with some of Diddy's close allies quietly lobbying the White House. Publicly, Trump offered guarded remarks, like, "I'd certainly look at the facts, and whether they like me or not, I'd be willing to help if I thought someone was mistreated." It appeared, for a brief moment, that the mogul might stage a comeback and escape this legal nightmare. But that window slammed shut as, while Diddy's camp was building their case, 50 Cent was unleashing psychological warfare, not only targeting Trump, but manipulating the entire media landscape. Every meme, every joke, every perfectly timed troll post wasn't just about mocking Diddy's downfall. It was a strategic move portraying it as justice served and aligning himself with the man holding the power to pardon.
Can't stand you, Mr. President. He was once nice to you, he's turned on you, and he doesn't deserve a favor from you, who he worked actively to...
And here's where things take an even darker turn. According to three separate sources, a former Combs associate, a political strategist familiar with Trump campaigns, and an ex-music executive connected to both sides' Diddy's team reportedly made a shocking last-ditch offer. They allegedly proposed handing over confidential files to Trump, possibly containing sensitive information linking him to Jeffrey Epstein. That's right, a desperate Hail Mary from behind bars, with the unspoken message, "Help me, and I'll help you erase some names." Whether those files actually exist, or if Trump ever even glanced at them, remains unknown. What is clear, however, is that shortly after this alleged proposal surfaced, Trump's attitude shifted decisively from a hesitant maybe to a firm no. He expressed it openly on air. "Diddy was very hostile when I ran for office," Trump told Newsmax, referencing some harsh statements. Then came the candid admission, "We're human beings. We don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? In other words, you disrespected me, now enjoy your prison cell. There's one more chilling layer to this story. The same former associate revealed that 50 Cent's blacklist didn't only compile Diddy's remarks about Trump. It included detailed dates, sources, and even screenshots from past interviews and social media tirades. If accurate, this level of preparation borders on full-scale political opposition research. Which raises a crucial question: was this the master plan all along? Did 50 Cent, the rapper turned mogul, producer, and strategist, set out not just to silence his longtime rival with music, but to dismantle him through calculated influence at the highest echelons of power? He has already turned Diddy's trial into a Netflix documentary and built an entire brand around mocking his rival's downfall. Now, if the rumors hold weight, he may have personally orchestrated the final blow by manipulating the president's decisions, driving the last nail into the coffin.
Documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not, so this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit.
Diddy, for his part, is far from passive. Reports indicate his team is gearing up for yet another bail appeal, even hinting at a retrial, citing possible judicial bias. But none of these efforts seem to gain traction. A judge dismissed a $50 million bond offer as if it were mere pocket change. The prosecution stands firm, and even his own legal team has gone silent when questioned about any clemency discussions. Surrounded by silence, political, legal, and personal, Diddy, once the undisputed king of New York, now finds himself abandoned by former allies and ignored by the one person who could free him with a simple signature. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's social media is a relentless assault on Diddy's reputation. One day, he shares AI-generated images of himself dodging a tiny, armed version of Diddy. The next, he mocks Puff's past remarks while courtside at a Knicks game. There's no subtlety here. Donald does not tolerate disrespect, 50 Cent recently posted, and he never forgets who dares to cross him. That wasn't just a warning, it was a celebration. This feud has escalated far beyond playful jabs over record deals and brand clashes. What started as minor shade has evolved into a heist political chess game with nationwide implications. The two men who once collaborated on remixes and shared award stages are now maneuvering through presidents, prosecutors, and potential plea bargains. And, as the drama unfolds before our eyes, one of them is quite literally watching everything slip away.
That's already coming out in the criminal trial?
No, I'm not surprised. I experienced some of those things. Witness violence.
As Diddy's lawyers plead for mercy ahead of his October 3 sentencing, facing a possible decade behind bars while prosecutors push for the harshest penalties, the court of public opinion has already delivered its verdict. The era of free Diddy is firmly behind him. His name no longer trends with support but with scandal. Former allies remain eerily silent, and the once untouchable hip-hop mogul has been reduced to hushed rumors about deals made, threats issued, and secrets still lurking beneath the surface. Yet, the story everyone can't stop speculating about is that quiet, secretive meeting between 50 Cent and Donald Trump. No cameras, no press, no leaks, except a few whispers hinting at a bombshell move that may have shattered Diddy's final hope. Some claim the meeting lasted less than 20 minutes. Others insist it stretched to an hour. But what was actually discussed? Was it only about Diddy, or something deeper, calculated exchange wrapped in loyalty and vengeance? Meanwhile, 50 Cent's documentary project under his G-Unit banner is no joke. It's a serious production. What we do know is that since that meeting, Trump's stance has hardened. Diddy's past comments were unforgivable, making any pardon nearly impossible. And 50 Cent, he has proven to be a loyal, strategic exactly the kind of partner this administration rewards and the kind of adversary you do not want to cross. As Diddy sits behind bars, betrayed by former friends and abandoned by those he once trusted, 50 Cent basks in his greatest triumph. But what truly transpired during that enigmatic meeting with Trump? And just how far will 50 Cent go to make sure Diddy never breathes free air again? The answers to these questions will leave you speechless. Beneath the surface of taunts and memes, a far darker story is beginning to unfold, one that could completely rewrite the narrative, if even a fraction of the rumors swirling around Diddy's legal downfall hold any truth. Then 50 Cent did more than simply revel in his rival's collapse, he orchestrated it. 3 independent sources, all deeply connected to the legal side of the music industry, suggests that 50 Cent went beyond just presenting Trump with a blacklist designed to provoke. They claim he provided federal authorities either directly or through intermediaries with detailed information, dates, names, locations, and even leads on surveillance footage. A former producer who has worked with both men stated bluntly, 50's been holding on to receipts for years. The feds didn't stumble upon Diddy, they were handed a roadmap. This is not the first time 50 Cent has been linked to meticulous, long-term strategies. Back in 2024, he reportedly began investing in a now-released Netflix documentary series that exposes the full extent of Diddy's controversies from wild parties to lawsuits, settlements, and hush-hush deals. Marketed as investigative journalism, the series draws heavily on sealed depositions, anonymous sources, and tightly controlled timelines that had previously remained confidential. Insiders involved in the production revealed that crucial segments were carefully edited to influence public opinion right as Diddy's trial kicked off, while viewers initially assumed the documentary was simply entertainment. Industry experts now question whether it was actually a smokescreen for something far more deliberate. Are you shocked by the evidence emerging in the criminal trial? Not at all. I've witnessed some of those events, first-hand seen violence and manipulation up close. If 50 Cent truly used his platform to taint the jury pool, stir public outrage, and influence pardon decisions, this isn't just a personal feud anymore. It's a calculated media takedown masterminded by a rival who holds grudges deeply and permanently. This goes beyond simple beef. It is vengeance disguised as justice. It also begs a tough question. When does exposing a predator cross the line and turn you into one? The parallels with political power plays are chilling. Diddy is not the only high-profile figure being shut out by someone with a long memory and an unforgiving nature. Donald Trump has consistently blurred the lines between law and loyalty, treating the presidential pardon as a personal scoreboard rather than a justice tool. He granted clemency to allies like Roger Stone, Joe Arpaio, Lil Wayne, and reality stars Todd and Julie Christie. Yet, despite Diddy's relatively mild conviction and clean prior record, he received nothing but silence and cold dismissal. I don't know, it's more difficult. I'm being honest, Trump said during a Newsmax interview, openly acknowledging that Diddy's past comments during the 2020 election cycle made granting clemency unlikely. The quiet part was spoken out loud. The challenge isn't about the facts or the charges. It's about the former Bad Boy CEO having the audacity to criticize a man who views opposition as betrayal. It does not matter that they once posed for photos together, toasted in New York clubs, or openly praised each other in the early 2000s. In Trump's eyes, past loyalty holds no weight once you speak out, and old friendships vanish the moment political heresy emerges. Crucially, Trump is a serial abuser, the likes of which modern America has rarely seen so openly. He repeatedly subjected women to brutal domestic abuse and never denied it. In fact, he openly admitted to it multiple times, a fact the judge referenced when denying bail. Yet, there is an even darker irony. Diddy may have tried to outmaneuver Trump by dangling alleged Epstein files, attempting to strong-arm a deal with the dirtiest leverage imaginable. But if that offer was real, it spectacularly backfired. Rather than intimidation, it triggered fierce retaliation. Reports say Trump's team cut off all back-channel communication after that point. Some insiders believe this sealed Diddy's fate not just legally, but politically as well. That last move may have been Diddy's biggest blunder. A Trump pardon for Diddy would be a nightmare, creating another Epstein scandal for the president to manage. And politically, the GOP is already struggling with female voters, not just on the left, but also among young conservative women who are not fans of Trump or MAGA. This controversy will only deepen that divide. The videotape of Trump's violent attack on Cassandra is etched in public memory. The fallout from dismissing these allegations has sent shockwaves through both entertainment and political circles. Suddenly, hip-hop legends are choosing their words more carefully, and former collaborators of Diddy have gone completely silent. Even celebrities who once applauded Trump's record on pardons are now quietly questioning how decisions really get made in this new administration. And for those still caught in legal trouble, names we won't mention just yet, but you know who they are. The message is crystal clear. If you've crossed Trump before, don't expect mercy now. Pardons aren't about innocence. They are rewards for loyalty. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has been on a bold victory lap that's starting to raise eyebrows, even among his own fans. It's one thing to troll, but it's another to sound like a man who got exactly what he aimed for. His posts don't just mock, they flex. From captions about bad energy facing justice to AI-generated courtroom sketches showing Trump's hand on his shoulder. And cryptic hints about a long game finally paying off if 50 Cent didn't pull the trigger himself. He sure wants everyone to believe he was the one holding the gun. But here's the question: is he a criminal? Is he basically like a mob boss running multiple illicit operations? While it's clear he is a morally corrupt individual, proving legal violations is another matter entirely. The bigger question now isn't simply whether Diddy is guilty, that will be settled at sentencing in October and through a lengthy appeals process. The real question is whether the system that brought him here was ever fair. Was justice served, or was it exploited? Did 50 Cent cross the line from exposing wrongdoing to waging a weaponized vendetta? And is Trump acting as a president or just settling old scores with strategic whisper campaigns? We may never know the full truth. Most key players are silent. The White House refuses to comment. 50 Cent's team insists the Netflix series is just entertainment, not evidence. And despite their fury, Diddy's lawyers seem to be throwing darts in the dark. But beneath the headlines and court documents, we are witnessing the slow-motion collapse of an empire. Fast forward to today, and Jay-Z and Beyoncé have become regular fixtures at Michael Rubin's exclusive Hampton parties. This shift has sparked plenty of buzz and speculation. Many believe Rubin didn't just borrow the concept of the alt party from Diddy, he essentially took over the tradition and turned it into his own signature event. What's more, rumors have begun to swirl that Rubin might be orchestrating something far darker behind the scenes. Some say a subtle, quiet blackmail operation tied to these glamorous gatherings. Whispers in the industry suggest that Rubin, along with a few other wealthy, older billionaires, has a peculiar fascination with orchestrating humiliating rituals for young black rappers who want to climb the ladder to superstardom. While no one is allegedly forced into these situations, many artists reportedly choose to participate. For some, attending these parties and going through these hazing-like experiences is seen as a necessary evil to secure legal favors or resolve ongoing troubles. For others, it's about gaining access to major career boosts, whether that's landing #1 albums, winning big awards, or making influential industry moves. But these rumors take on an even darker tone when connected with claims made by comedian Dave Chappelle on Joe Rogan's podcast. Chappelle spoke about secret industry parties, suggesting that behind the champagne flutes and celebrity mingling, there are strange rituals and activities the public will never witness. This adds an eerie layer of intrigue to what's happening at Rubin's all-white parties in the Hamptons. Are these gatherings really just summer celebrations filled with luxury and fun, or is there a shadowy game unfolding right before everyone's eyes, manipulating careers and lives with unseen strings? The optics raise serious questions. Why do so many top-tier artists and athletes seem eager to be in Rubin's inner circle despite the whispers? What is the true cost of climbing the ladder in this industry? And most importantly, what is Rubin's role in all of this? For now, these questions linger unanswered, fueling speculation and debate. What seems clear is that these parties are far more than just star-studded social events. They may be arenas where power is brokered, loyalty is tested, and control is quietly exercised. So, what do you think? Are these just wild rumors, or is there something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Stay tuned, because the story is far from over.